What's up again? I wanted to upload another video. This one today is gonna be my review of Weapons, the um horror movie that's out now. Um no, I'm not gonna put any spoilers in this review, so don't worry if you still haven't seen it yet, or if you're still like planning to go see it. There's not gonna be any spoilers. Uh I'm trying to be as vague as possible. So overall, let me not even go. How do I do this without spoiling too much? All right, so it is a horror movie with a hint of mystery. Like most horror movies don't really have mystery. Maybe you're wondering who the killer is, but like it's Jason. You know it's Jason. You see Jason from the beginning of the movie, and you know it's Jason. So now with this movie, it starts off with you not knowing who the what's going on, how anything happened. It doesn't even start. It starts off more as a mystery movie than a horror movie, and like transitions into a horror movie. However, the pacing, it's one of those movies where they retell the story over and over, but from different perspectives, and they do that for about the first half of the movie, and um, they drew it out too long. Definitely, I watched it with a friend, and we both thought that they definitely drew that out too long. The mystery part is like you'll probably, the average person will probably figure out what's going on like 20 minutes before um the movie reveals, or the people in the movie figure out, wait, probably be like 40 minutes before the people in the movie figure out, but like still like 25 minutes before the movie reveals it to you. And for me that was an issue because I don't like um when I know 100% what's going on and the characters don't. I think I spoke about this in one of my old videos, of a review of a different TV show or movie. I don't like when I'm watching an entire episode of a TV show. Now, this wasn't the entire time you know what's going on, but I don't like knowing for so long what's going on, and the people on screen are just so confused and blah blah. And it wasn't like they were like they should have known. Like it wasn't blatant. It's worse when it's blatantly obvious. I can't stand it when it's blatantly obvious and they don't know. We had clues, and the reason why the people didn't know yet is because time wasn't moving forward. So it honestly didn't take the people that long to figure out the mystery in reality, but in the movie it does because they keep going back to the past. And when they go back, it's not enough. You know, when they go back, it's like they're going back, they're replaying the same scenes like they do in other movies, but it's not from a completely different perspective. It's like you'll see the part you saw again from like a different camera angle, and then like 5 minutes of new footage, and then a different ending, and then in the end, they meet another character. Then they go back to what that character was doing 5 minutes ago, which you know what I mean? And it gets to be like redundant. It's like, all right, I've seen this scene already. I don't even care what anybody else was doing at this time. Like, tell me later. They could just enter that in exposition. I really don't need to see this chase happen for a third or fourth time or something like that. And it wasn't, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's what it feels like when you're watching it. The reveal of the mystery, the actual story is good, and it would have been much better if they didn't keep going back in time. Like you didn't need to know what every character did that whole day. Or if you wanted to show what that person did, like they didn't always show what happened. They did skip over, but when they skipped over, they would still show the end of what you saw, like the last minute of what you saw. You're watching that minute over again from a different camera angle. Then they show what this person did after that. They show what that person did before that, and it's like, oh man, you know, there are some sequences where it's like, is this supposed to be realistic or is it supposed to be like far fetched? And there's some sequences, where things are happening and you're like, is this a dream? And then yeah, it's a dream. But like, um, so the pacing was a little off. The acting was good. The acting in the movie was good, but um, the cinematography, all of that, it was filmed nice. There's one scene where I was like, they shouldn't have did that. But besides that, it was filmed nice. It had some scary parts like not shaking in your boots, but jump scares, not like suspenseful scares. Uh, yeah, I don't know how else to say it. So the ending is good, but like by the time it gets to the end, then you're just waiting to see what you already know is gonna happen. But there is a twist at the end, and it's pretty good. Maybe two twists, but in conclusion, and when you see what it was about, then you'll understand it more when you see what the director wrote it for and stuff like that. Then you're like, oh, okay, I get it more. And as a social commentary, it's a much better movie than it is as a horror movie. And so it's like you gotta decide. Like, well, I have to decide what do I want to rate it as a social commentary or um. So with that, I think I'll give it like a six. Like it's average, a 6 out of 10. I think honestly, I think I gotta give it a 6 out of 10. It's pretty average. Maybe I'll give it one extra point for the social commentary, and it is a great delivery of the message that they're trying to send, as you know the message that they're trying to send. So I could give it an extra point for that. Um, so I'll say it was a 7. It's a interesting movie if you focus on the mystery and the social commentary, and you like figuring out mysteries. You'll like it, but it's not really that scary. There's like a few jump scares here and there. Uh, um, the acting is good. I felt like every actor did good. There was no like bland, emotionless acting. Nobody phoned it in because I think they cared about the subject matter and the moral of it more than not more than, but they cared about it enough that everybody gave a good performance. It's not a bad movie, but I don't think it's one of the best horror movies of all time. Maybe people aren't gonna like. It's definitely it's a good movie, but once again, maybe the hype made me think it was gonna be like, oh, one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and I don't think that it was.